This is Mark Johnson, covering the 2012 AdTech Convention in San Francisco.
Hi, Tom Burgess, and I'm with Linkable Networks. I'm the CEO.
Tom, with the advent of social, mobile, and other emerging technologies, how do brands effectively engage their audience in this challenging and very dynamic marketing environment?
So how do brands engage their audience? You know, I think if you're looking at the evolution of digital media, and it's not just social, it's not just mobile, it's digital media. Now you've got a user base, the consumer who's now plugged in, always connected, or on the grid, as they say, right? And it's the ability to, I think, and in my opinion, in my experiences, I've been 20 years in digital media, so I was around before the internet, doing CompuServe and AOL and Prodigy stuff. And even back then, it was all about how to engage the consumer, not just in the digital environment, but how to engage them across, or omni-media, and then utilize those digital environments. And I have been heavily focused on mobile for a big part of my career, and how to utilize those tools to then connect the consumer on other media, using social, using the online, using the mobile environment. So I think it's a matter of those are the tools that help make what has been traditional media, or the traditional consumer interaction across print, TV, radio, in-store, all of that environment. I believe that those social tools and those other digital tools are best used in conjunction with the omni-media.
Great. What will be the biggest opportunity for marketers in the next 3 to 5 years?
So this was this is the $64,000 question, or should I say the $460 billion question, because I think that what we've seen recently with the economic change of the country, and over the last couple of years, the increase in the interest of the consumer to have deals, right? Coupons, rebates, daily deals, all of this. So the question is, how are people going to take that? People being the brands and the advertisers, take that and then enable that inertia of the U.S. economy, especially, of wanting to get some kind of a discount, get me a better deal, right? And how are they going to bring that into the consumer's interactions with the brand? And how is that then going to convert to create a consumer using a different payment device? So the biggest change that's coming, I think everybody kind of knows it. I don't think I'm coming down on high here with this data, but are we going to use mobile wallets? Are we going to use some other form of payment? Is the credit card going to be behind the mobile wallet? Is the mobile wallet going to be in the cloud? Is it going to be on my device? I think that's the biggest change, and it's a combination, I think, a bridging of those two things. The offers, which is the solution that will drive the consumer to use a new payment vehicle, and therefore the mobile wallet, which a lot of people argue is a solution looking for a problem, that I believe the consumer wanting those offers and that new payment vehicle, the combination of those two are going to be what's going to change advertising and what's going to change retail and shopping for the consumer.
Great. In engagement, perception is everything, and loyalty is a culmination of a series of effective engagements and those experiences. How do brands effectively engage individuals in this diverse and data-centric ecosphere?
So having a consumer, I'll go down to what Linkable does. It's a really interesting interaction, or space where we interact with the advertiser and with the consumer. So as the consumer is in the purchase consideration phase, all right, where we're looking to purchase something, we're browsing the internet, we're reading a magazine, we're watching TV, we're thinking about what we want to buy, and or it could be a more immediate thing where we're in the aisle of the store and we're looking to make a purchase, and we're in that purchase consideration phase, pre-transaction. With Linkable, what we do is allow that consumer to accept that deal and accept or the ad itself, link it directly to their credit or debit card, and then the consumer is driven to the store to use that card and redeem the offer without any interaction with the point of sale. Now, that sounds a little bit like a pitch for Linkable, but it's the point of, it's not a little bit, it really is a pitch for Linkable, let's face it. But the point is that the consumer now is engaged throughout the entire process, and the brand being, and I'm not just talking about the retailer, but the actual brand, the consumer, the manufacturer of the consumer product is now directly connected to that consumer, to you and I as the buyer, right? So this is something that's changing in the environment of purchase consideration, and that ability to link a consumer from the ad they saw all the way until they go through point of sale and have that communication trail follow, and then communicate with them beyond the transaction.
Great. Does your technology use design to evoke the senses to shape and steer meaningful and desired perceptions for products and brands?
I love that one. Does it use the design to create a response from the consumer, right? So we work with the advertiser to link enable, as we call it, their existing media, the existing buy that they're already doing. So we aren't so much focused on the brand changing their media or altering their messaging. We're saying, here's a feature, a tool set that you can increase the value of your media buy. So is it a TV buy? Is it a print buy? Is it an online buy, a mobile buy, outdoor? We don't care, but we can help enable that. So we don't so much affect the look and feel or the creative of the campaign, but we add value to the campaign itself and give the attribution. So tracking the user, it's the data. It's about getting the user so that when they interact with the ad, that now after the fact, the advertiser can track them. They know how many people interacted with the ad, and then did it actually drive traffic to the store. And we can drive one-to-one attribution between the two.
Great. I think we kind of touched on this, but give us a high-level overview of your product and how it helps drive more effective engagement and therefore better marketing outcomes.
Sure. So I got my little pitch in there earlier to state a point. So we're a card-linked offer company. Linkable Networks is a company that works directly with banks to access consumer purchase data. We enable credit cards, and we enable 99% of all credit and debit cards in the U.S. That means a consumer can see an ad in any medium, and they can link that offer right directly to their credit or debit card. We do have relationships with banks where the banks reach out to the cardholders and say, hey, look, new card feature. So we acquire users through the banks, and we're acquiring millions of users through our bank partnerships. Then we acquire users also through the wild. So we don't have to have a registered base of users because the user can, in fact, interact with an ad right and register their card. In fact, you can dial ** link on your mobile phone, and you can get an offer. I'll buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks, dial * link, and you'll see the process for registering right through an ad.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Tom.
Thanks so much, Mark.